Joining me now, the mayor of Grand Isle. You've once again a camera on the building. We've always talked to the mayor in Grand Isle, David Camardelle. And Mayor, it looks like just right here at the Grand Isle Multiplex is where the eastern eye wall started diminishing a little bit, but everything from here back to Leeville looks like ground zero.
Yeah, exactly. You can see there's less sand that was going toward the east. Where we don't have rocks in this area going toward the west, and like for Big Daddy's, which is not too far from here, the rock's in. So what happens is you're going to see the scouring, and that's where the levee came across. So you had about 15 feet of wave that came in, went over the levee, and where we have the clay, you can probably see that it made a big hole, 15 feet high, 15 feet deep. So in the meantime, we finally got convinced the Corps is supposed to be here today. They just canceled because of the weather. The governor's supposed to show up today, and they had a plan. I said, don't come with a plan without no rocks. If you don't have a plan, you got 3 plans, 4 plans, you better have rocks in it. If it doesn't, you're wasting your time.
Let me ask you this, Mayor, because you're a good one to ask it to. You're pretty vocal when it comes to fighting for your people. How have y'all been doing with FEMA? Because I'm hearing the song and dance in Terrebonne and Lafourche, and I want to give them due credit if they're doing it, but they keep telling me they have 60 or 70 million on the ground, but maybe it's in their computers and it hasn't been sent and approved back from Washington, but I don't see it. Do you?
No, we had FEMA came for 2 days, Sunday and Monday, and one of the guys that represented FEMA, I think it was a contractor, was very rude to my people, asking some questions that was uncalled for, and why you didn't evacuate, why you didn't take all your stuff out. There's a young lady that was in a camp and got a good job down here and stuff like that, so I made sure that GOSEP knew about it. And I ain't got time for that. But in the meantime, no, FEMA, as far as I'm concerned, it's called Federal Emergency Missing in Action because it's been like that. Never got no better. It's a lot of red tape for our people. Red Cross has been pretty active so far. We're feeding our people every day, over 300 people every day. And we on our own, you know, but in the meantime, it's just too many bosses. And then we got a bunch of stuff going on with the building codes, too. You know, we got an engineer come out of Jefferson Parish to help our department for permits. And some of the people, you know, want to put a roof on their head, and it's an act of Congress, and we're trying to work in between that to say, hey, the man just wanted, his wife wanted to say, put a roof on. Right. So it's a lot of stuff that's uncalled for. But I tell you what, the National Guard came in, you see them working. The governor's been sending everything we've been asking for. Right. And I understand that he's been working hard to push things. You know, he's been constantly in touch with us to try to get it from the federal government. But hopefully I get a conference call by Friday through the White House that I can see exactly what happened to the FEMA trailers that I found during the conference call with Steve Scalise that had a picture saying they had 150 of them in Alexandria. And I still don't know where they at, but I know they're still there, meaning they never moved. And, you know, with all the parish presidents on the line, all of us that was on the line, and talking with Steve Scalise, you know, he's trying his best to get it through, and he was pushing it. And it's just a shame that all of us never heard no more. It's just things that's frustrating.
And I want to give credit where credit is due, because, and I've said this a lot, I think the governor's busted his butt to get resources, and I want to give him credit for that, because it's just, but we're going to call out people who aren't. I think FEMA, like you said, missing in action. In the past, I didn't see the Red Cross, but you telling me they're here on the ground helping out, so I want to give them kudos. But why is it so hard for FEMA just not to just get on the ground, have a checkbook, and see the damage and help people out if they claim they have the money?
And, you know, the first thing, we've been working to try to get FEMA. I'm talking about for the last 3 weeks. And the problem I'm having, they only come on a Sunday and a Monday. And then I pass it, you know, going up the road and some meetings and all that. And as the storm, it hit all of LA1. I'm talking about Terrebonne Parish, Lafourche Parish, St. Charles Parish. And I see SBA loans, I see FEMA all over the place. And they only sent me for 2 days. And Red Cross jumped on right away. As soon as they said it would be here, they're here. Now, you got to apply online. Some of my people told me that you have to go to New Orleans and fill out the paperwork. And we just didn't have the internet here. We're just starting to get a little service now. It was horrible. You know, they could talk to a monkey in the moon in 1964. Now we're controlling a robot in Mars. Something's wrong with this. You can't even talk to each other. The communication was horrible. And the best thing until today, was the next day. The beeps after Katrina was on a tower talking. So we had no communications. But in the meantime, once we came in and let the people come in on LA1, there's no reason why they should have more representation than that. And I know Cassidy came, Gary Graves came, Troy Carter came, the president. I talked to him, one-on-one with the other mayors and the parish president. We gave a list, and supposedly, hopefully, we get an update on that.
Yeah, let's hold that thought. We're going to take our first break. We're here with the mayor, David Camardelle, in Grand Isle, and the western side of the island. From this point on, really, is ground zero. All the way through Leeville, we showed you some of that. So we'll take a break. We're right back with the mayor. Don't go away.